Episode 42, Role of Attitude in Our Life.
Hi, my friends. In this series of episodes, I am trying to present to you what it means to develop a strong personality. I am heading a large school where about 3,000 children study. I also go and address a lot of students in schools and colleges. I very often tell the students that no matter how much mark you score during your school or college days, no matter whether you are a first rank holder or a gold medalist, practically nothing is going to count when it comes to performance in a career. That's why we have the logo in our school. We build personality, we also educate. So in as much as we understand the basic fundamental principles of physics, chemistry, mathematics, and pure science, we should also understand the basic principles which govern our life, like what is the mind function, how does a brain and the mind interact with each other, what is the role of buddhi or intellect in the process of our living a successful life. I hope we will recall the structure where I was talking about. Basically, we have talent and we have to provide a platform for our talent, and once we decide on the platform, it is up to us to decide the scope and the size of the platform. Depending on the scope and size of our platform, we have to acquire such knowledge and skill which are very critical for achieving our goals in life, and so we have to be focused. And we have to distinguish between value-adding and non-value-adding activities. So, in the entire game plan of making use of our talent to produce certain quantifiable result, there are two critical factors we need to keep in mind. One is attitude and the other is passion. To understand the concept of NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, the role played by these two factors, namely passion and attitude. In the next few episodes, I'm going to concentrate on attitude, followed by the role played by passion in achieving whatever we want in our life. The dictionary meaning of the word attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about something. For example, what is your attitude with reference to money? What is your attitude with reference to hard work? What's your attitude with reference to acquisition of knowledge? What is your attitude with reference to receiving and offering help? In fact, for organizations, I do a 2-day program called Attitude Engineering. The word engineering is about application of scientific and mathematical principles to produce certain things. It is useful to design a product and services. When it comes to your behavior, your external behavior, your attitude will design your external behavior, and so I feel attitude engineering is the process of understanding why do you do what you do and why do you do the way we do it. It explains why we are lazy sometimes, why we are highly energetic at some other time, why we are active sometimes and inactive at some other time. An attitude is an individual's characteristic way of responding to an object or situation. It is based on the individual's experience and his interpretation of the situation, resulting in a certain behavior. Let's say that you come across failure. Do you consider it as a failure or do you consider it as a challenge to be overcome? Your attitude will decide this. Attitudes are a central part of what makes up an individual as a unique personality. I want to give a few examples. Richard Bach is an American writer. He is widely known as the author of the hugely popular 1970s bestsellers Jonathan Livingston Seagull and Illusions. But do you know one thing? He completed only 1 year of college. He became an Air Force jet fighter pilot. 20 months later, he resigned, became an editor of an aviation magazine that went bankrupt, and then he wrote Jonathan Livingston's Seagull, but he could not complete it. The manuscript was lying dormant for 8 years. Then he finished it. He approached 18 publishers. All of them rejected it, but one publisher published it. Then it sold 7 million copies. He became an internationally known, respected author. What you do when you do hours of work, years of work, but what you do is destroyed. This is what happened to Thomas Carlyle. He wrote a book, The French Revolution, and gave the manuscript to his friend. But the friend's servant carelessly used it to kindle fire and destroyed the whole manuscript. Thomas Carlyle calmly went back to work and rewrote the entire book again. Theodosius Geisel was a great American writer. But the first book by the author, and to think that I saw it on the Mulberry Street, was rejected by 27 publishers. The 28th publisher, Vanguard Press, sold 6 million copies of the book. I can give you any number of such people who succeeded despite setbacks in life. That's why I gave Henry David Thoreau's quote, "If one advances confidently in the direction of their dreams and endeavors to live the life which they have imagined, they will meet with the success unexpected in common hours." We'll continue to discuss this in the following episodes.
முறையில் தெளிவாய் கற்க நீ வா, கல்வியோடு கலைகள் அனைத்தும் எழிலாய் கற்க நீ வா. ABS விண்ணை தோட தன்னை தரும் ABS, வெற்றி தரும் மார்க்கம் ABS, சுற்றும் உலகின் உச்சம் காட்டும் ABS வித்யாலயா.
தரமான மெட்ரிக் பாடத்திட்டத்துடன் ABS வித்யாலயா திருவள்ளூர்.
with